My question for you is Catholic education fair? In order for our education system to become secular in nature, we would have to make the move to one publicly funded system that recognizes and celebrates all religious holidays. In turn, not leaving any student to feel ostracized due to where they are from or their religion. Is it fair to divide children up based on their religion? Does it make sense to create a divide between children before they even have a chance to express what they want? In a country as diverse as Canada, how is it just that only one religious group receives tax-funded education, but not Jewish people, Muslims, Sikhs, Buddhists, or Hindus? And the list goes on. They claim that the Catholic education system instills better values and morals into the children that attend their schools. I'm not too sure how they conducted this research to prove this, but I think that I turned out pretty good for having just attended a crappy, immoral public school. Another concern I have is the view Catholicism has on the LGBTQ community. In public places, we are moving towards the creation of gender-neutral bathrooms, as well as overall acceptance regardless of sexual orientation and gender identity. Within the Catholic education system, these changes will never happen. Once again, people are being ostracized. Ever stop to wonder why enrollment within the Catholic education system in Ontario is so low? It might be due to the age-old beliefs and the fact that Catholicism refuses to adapt to the changing times. A bishop from Calgary, in Alberta, where they also still have a Catholic education system, named Fred Henry, wrote a letter on this topic, including quotes such as, "In God's plan, men and women should respect and accept their sexual identity." But that wasn't all. He also said, "Gay-straight alliances and queer-straight alliances are highly politicized ideological clubs which seek to cure society or homophobia or heterosexism, and which accept the idea that all forms of consensual sexual expression are legitimate." In my opinion, human beings belonging to the LGBTQ community have already had enough to deal with without having to hear from their educators as well. Statistics show that in 2010, 47% of trans youth in Ontario had thought about suicide, and 19% had attempted suicide in the preceding year. I think that it would be pretty beneficial if we were all accepting of all of these students. Teachers have a huge impact on the lives of students that they teach. Why not be accepting of the student, whomever he or she or they are, and accepting of what they stand for? We live in Canada, people. It's pretty evident that there are people who belong to more than one religious group living amongst us. The Canadian Charter of Rights states the freedom of conscience and religion, and the freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression, including freedom of the press and other media. The Canadian Constitution Act from 1982 says, under the equality rights, that equality before and under law and equal protection and benefit of law. Every individual is equal, therefore under the law has the right to equal protection and equal benefit without discrimination, and in particular without discrimination based on race, national and ethnic group, color, religion, sex, age, or mental or physical disability. Does providing one religious group with tax-funded education really coincide with the Canadian Charter of Rights and the Constitution?